Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we will try to learn how Power BI works, what it is useful for, and we will also build a dashboard using it. So stay till the end to create your own dashboard using Power BI. So first try to understand what is Power BI. So Power BI is a powerful business analytics tool by Microsoft that enables you to visualize and share insights from your data, right? It connects to various data sources, transform raw data into meaningful information, and create interactive reports and dashboards. Why is it useful? So basically, we all see data, but it's hard to bring insight out of data. So we can create some visuals that can help us understand data better. So its common benefits are like it have the centralized data inside it. So it consolidates data from different sources into a single view. It can provide real-time insights. We can get up-to-date information with real-time dashboards. It is very user-friendly. So you can create compelling visualization without extensive technical skills. And it allows you to do collaborations. You can share reports and dashboard easily across the organization. So, who all can benefit from Power BI? Who all works on Power BI? Data analyst. They explore and analyze data to derive some insights. Business users. To they use interactive reports without deep technical knowledge to bring some strategy or decision. Executives. So they use Power BI reports to gain high level insights through intuitive dashboards. Developers can embed Power BI into their application so that they can see insights at real time. So Power BI dashboard can be built in four steps. First, we have to do data connectivity. We have to connect or uh, or data to the Power BI. Next part is we have to transform the data. We have to clean and transform raw data for analysis. Afterwards, we have to create some visualization, interactive charts, graphs, maps. When we combine these charts, our dashboard becomes ready. So we can combine multiple visualization to create a holistic view, and that is termed as dashboards. So let's see Power BI in action. So in today's session, we will build this dashboard for e-commerce sales. So here you can see total sales, total profit, average shipping days, sales amount by month, profit by product name, which is showing the top 5 products. There is a profit by channel, and there is a sales by payment mode, and there is sales by state. Along with this, like it also has some slicers based on the year and category. So let's try to do some hands-on practice on Power BI. We will start with the setting up Power BI. Along with we will create this dashboard from end to end. So let's jump to downloading the Power BI and setting it up. To set up Power BI, first let's download Power BI. So you just write Power BI download in the browser, and you can go to the first link, and I have also provided link in the video description. So here you will go and click on the download, and it will open your Microsoft Store. There you can see the get button. You can click on that and it will start your download soon. So you can see its description, features. So once it is downloaded, you can click on this open button and our Power BI is ready to use. This is our window. Here you can see the first is report view. So under report view, we will create some charts and we will be able to see whatever report we have developed, the whole dashboard which contains chart, right, or different visualization. The next is table view. Here we will be able to see all of our data which we have imported, right? And the last one is model view. So in model view, we will be able to see the relationship between different tables. And if we want to add new relationship, we can do this using model view. The top ribbon, you can see like in home, there are different actions. So first one is like you can import some data. You can get some data from different sources like Excel, SQL. You can enter data, or you can also see what are your recent sources, right? So in the query part, you can transform your data using Power Query Editor, right? There is one uh, action to manage relationship between different tables, right? And now if you see here, there are some uh, more visualization or some more kind of static visuals which we can add using these things. And if you see on the right side, we have three panels. First one is data, where you will see all the tables which you have imported and do processing over, right? Which you will be using in your visualizations. So visualizations are different kind of charts which you can use to build your dashboard, and those chart will use data as their parameter or as their value, upon which you can apply some kind of filter, like just to show some specific data or something, like it is an add-on over your visualization. So don't worry, so we will start from the start. First of all, we will try to import the data. We will click on this get data, and here it will list out all possible data sources from which it can import data. You can see here Excel, CSV, JSON, folder, PDF. There are different type of database, MySQL, PostgreSQL, right? And uh, there are many options from different providers, right? So we will just select Excel for this video. We will go and select Excel, and then we will connect, and here we will get our e-commerce sales data. So we will try to import that file, and shortly it will appear for us. Now in this Excel file, we will go and try to select this product table. You can see the product table is listed here, and we will also select the sales table. So we need to import these two sheets from the Excel file. We will just click on the load. So here also you can transform the data, but it is ideally suggested to transform it at the later stage, right? And I will show you one more kind of data which we will be loading here. So we will again go to get data, and we will select the JSON file to import the city and state relationship. So we'll click on this connect, and this is my city and states data. So I will just click on open, and this data will also be appear here. So once we have the data, we will see like whatever columns we don't need, we can just remove it. So I particularly don't require this population, so I will remove this column. I will remove this column as well, and the capital columns is also I don't want. ISO column is also redundant for me, right? So the country column is also like having a static India value, because so I have removed all columns which are not required to me. Now afterwards I want to rename this particular column with name state. So you can see there are different properties which we can apply to our state or columns. So I will just write states. I will so whenever you are doing any changes to the table using Query Editor, just try to see if you can apply the changes before closing. So otherwise your changes will not be reflected in the actual table. So you just click close and apply. So that will help you to apply all the changes which you have done. So once you have applied the changes, you can see your data in the table. In the table view, you can see your your city state relationship table here, right? Now, after importing the data, the next task is to build a relationship between those tables, right? So we will go to the model view where we can create the new relationship. So there are two ways of creating a relationship between tables. So let's say if we want to create a relationship between sales and product table, what we can do, we we will select the column which we want from one table to other table. So we will just drag that particular column here and we will try to assign it to the other column, and it will create one relationship. Like you can see here, it is creating one to many relationship, right? If you want to change it, you can click here and you can change, see the properties, or you can delete this particular relationship. But in the properties, you can see like from the table one, which is sales, we have selected the product description index, which can happen multiple times. And in the product table, which is a lookup table for us, here the index will be appearing one-to-one mapping with the product. So we are having many-to-one relationship here. There are other options as well, which is one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-one, right? So this way we can create a relationship. The other way of creating a relationship is going to this manage relationship tab. So we'll click on this manage relationship tab and it will show all the relationship which we have created. And we can go and create a new relationship here, and thereafter we will select one table from this and we will select a sales table, and in the sales table we have a shipping city, right? So we will assign this shipping city column with the in table that also have a city tab, right? And again it has automatically pick up a cardinality based on the frequency of the values in both the columns. So basically it has taken many to one because shipping city can have multiple occurrence in the sales table, but in the in table it is having only one occurrence that maps the city to the state to which it belongs. So we are fine with this relationship. So we will click on OK and our relationships will be saved. So we can see like we have two relationships, and upon closing this we also can see like it is also being shown in the graphical manner here, right? Once this is done, we have to go and create our charts, and based on the charts, like we'll have our dashboard ready. Now let's again come back to our table view and try to see if we have all the required columns in the other tables. So let's start with the sales table. So here we need order number, we need order date, ship date, but there is just customer name index. We don't need this particular table, so we can click on it and we can just delete this uh, delete this column. So it will ask to delete, yeah, so we can delete this column, right? And we need to add, like there is a unit selling price, there is a unit cost, and the order quantity. So we want to calculate the total sales and total cost for each of those orders. So a new column, right? That column will be, we can name the column as sales amount, that is equals to unit selling price into order quantity. And once we click on this right button or we click on anywhere outside it, it will create a sales amount for us. So you can see it here. So it has just multiplied just two columns, or order quantity and unit sales price, and we are able to get a new column. Now you can see like there you can change name if you want. You can change decimal place, right? You can change the format. Currently it is general. You can write currency. So I will just keep it general only because I want it to be number. I don't want to add any dollar or anything, right? After that, like I need one more column to calculate profit, and before profit, like we will also need one more column for cost amount. So we will similarly we will write cost amount, and that is equals to our unit cost multiplied by order quantity. So we will write order quantity multiplied by unit cost, right? And we can click anywhere outside it, and our cost amount column is also created here, right? After that, like we can also use measure function to calculate any kind of measure which is uh, which is done over different columns again. So profit equals to maybe sales. Sorry, you don't need to create a measure. You can go to your table tool again, and here we will create one more column. And that column can be profit, and profit will be sales amount minus cost amount. So this is our last column which we want to add for this particular, right? And there is one more column which we want number of days between order and ship, so average shipping time. So we'll go to date tool again, and we will again go to a new column, and we will write it shipping days. We will call it uh, ship date minus order date, and let's see what we want days, and here as well we want days, right? And we can just submit that query. So we can see here we are getting the shipping dates. Basically, even like you can see there are some negative numbers, and that is because our days are cross different months. So let's try to remove this, see if it is able to understand. So it is not working correctly, right? So we will see how to date diff. We will use date diff here, and we will provide date as ship ship date, comma order date, comma day, right? We will write this function here and we will submit it. So again, if you see, like here, it will subtract first element from the second. So we just have to swap this position from here, because we see our answer is in negative and that should not be possible. So we have to provide start date and end date and it should work accordingly. So you can see here, like now it's showing correctly, like 3 5 17 7 9 10, right? So this is correct. Now we can just go to home, or we have updated all the tables, right? We will go to home and we can see all of our data is here. Now once we are going again to the report view, on the right panel we can see we have shipping days or sales amount, cost amount, right? So we will use those uh, columns now while creating some charts. So first of all, like we will start with the title. We will add a text box to add the title for our dashboard. So we will write e-commerce sales dashboard as the title for our report. We will just increase its size because it's not visible here. I will keep the color as black. I'm just increasing the size to 24. I'm adding some style to it, and now I will just stretch. I can move it, right? I as well again need to change the size of it. So we have added our title. Now the next thing we will do, we will add a tile chart, right? So in tile chart, like you can show one number, that can be any number or any laser, right? So we will just select tile visualization from the visualization section, and here you will see it require only one field, add data field here. So we will add sales amount here to show the total sales done, right? So you can see it is being shown here, right? Sum of sales amount, right? So like we don't want to show decimal places here, so we will see how to remove those things. It is just showing the number. So in the visualization you can see there is a build visual that helped us to create the visual. Now we want to format this visual, so we will go to this format visual and we will call out value. So in call out value you can see like you can change font, size, color, right? And you can display unit. So currently it is set to auto. Well, let's say we want to show it in million, billion, or trillion, thousand, or those things. So auto seems fine to be a good unit for us, right? Now for the decimal places, again it is set to auto, so we can see if we want any decimal or not. Like if you want one decimal place, then we can write it here. Otherwise, zero is fine for us for now, right? And now you can see like our category label can also be sum of sales amount. So we don't need to write the whole thing. So we can go to general. We can update its title from here, or property. We can see we can use the title here, right? So here in the title you can write total sales, that is shown at the top. but we don't want to show it at the top. We want to increase its size little bit, right? And thereafter we want to center align it. And again now we want to remove the other title, so we can again go here, remove the label itself, right? Now what if we have to add more visuals around it, right? So we are not able to find border. Let me try to see if there is a border. So there is a visual border here, right? We want to increase its rounded corner. Currently it is off, so we might have to on it. Then we can set our roundedness to 10, and I think this looks fine, right? But the chart is little broad, but if you see, the whole dashboard is not looking very lucrative if we will keep our charts and the background is white. So what we can do, we can just select our chart and go to this format your report page. Here we can add some color to our canvas, so you can go to canvas background. The color selected is white. You can select any of your color, whatever you want. So let me select this blue. How does it look? So it is not currently showing up because our transparency is 100%. Once we reduce it, it will show up here, right? Even apart from this, like, you can also browse some images, right? So I have this gradient wallpaper that we can try, and currently it is not fitting. This is not what I was looking for, so I can just change. You can add some other image like this back dot. Okay, so this looks better, but we have to increase its overall size, so we will we will make that image fit for our whole dashboard. Now now what you have to do, you have to add some transparency or something for your chart. So you can again select your chart, go to general setting, go to background. So if it's completely fine, if you're not able to find it, right? So background I can turn off. So if I have turned off the background, you can see it is showing the the below background, but I just want to make it little different from. So I will again go for background, and instead of completely removing the background, I will add a background, and I will give some kind of transparency. So I will write 86% should is looking fine. So you can see, like, there is a different transparency which you can see. So this is one chart. Now since we have to create similar charts again, so you can just control C this chart and paste it again. So you can see we have made a copy of this chart, right? Now in this chart, like, we have to replace this particular field here, so we will just remove this particular field here, and we will add the profit, so it will show the total profit, right? So now, mm, in this we have to change the title, but if you have seen, like, it has automatically taken all the properties from the previous chart, so we don't have to update those properties in this chart, right? So we can add this as our second chart. Now let's say we have to make one more copy, so we can again do Control C and Control V and we can add one measure here. So here we don't need a sum of profit, so we can remove that. Here we want to show the average number of shipping days, so we can drag this shipping days here, and you can see like it is showing the summation here. So instead of summation, you have to change the measure for this particular uh, card. So we will select the average number of days. So you can see the average shipping time is 10 days, right? So we can again go to our visual, and we can go to general. We will go to title. We'll update the title. We'll write average shipping days, right? And so we have created three charts as of now, right? Now these charts were only easy tile charts. Now let's see if we want to add some kind of sales chart with respect to uh, month or something. So we can go and try to include some kind of stacked stacked column graph, right? And this in this stacked column graph we can add maybe or mm, maybe sales amount as or y-axis, because we want to show the sales corresponding to or days. So we can pick order days as our, so in order day, like we don't want to show it on the basis of date. Like if you go and see, if you add the date, then it will show each and every entry, right? In January, on each date it will show the entry, but I don't want it to be that particular, so I will just cross year, quarter, days, so it will just show me the January to December based on the month, like it will show me the graph. But here if you see, like uh, you can increase its size by scroll by just pulling out its corner or sides, right? But now if you see, like it has, this chart specifically has taken formatting from its own, right? But we want to apply the original formatting which we have done for other charts. So what we can do, like we can just first place it in the right position where we want to show, right? So this seems a good position for us. Now we will go and select the format from which we want uh, our styles to be picked, and we will click this format painter, and we will try to apply the format here. So you can see like our format has been applied, right? Now we might want to add, we might want to do several other things, like I want to remove this legend from here and the y-axis. So I can again go to the format tab here, and I can go and in x-axis, like I will show values, right? Because I want to show the values. I don't want to show the title, so I can just deselect this title thing. And similarly in the y-axis as well, I will deselect the title. So the title itself is a self-sufficient thing here, like how much uh, sales amount by per month. So we have developed one more chart for us, right? Now we will go again and try to create one more chart, right? So here one thing, uh, let's say we want to compare uh, top products based on their profit, right? So we can create that kind of chart, like let's say we are selecting a stack bar chart, right? And here we want to we want to select profit. So let's say we add the profit to the y-axis, and we want product name in the x-axis. So basically you can see here, right, we don't want count of product name, we want here you have to move the profit to the x-axis and product will go to the y-axis. So you can see like these are all our product and this is showing the profit sum with respect to product. But we don't want to show all the products here, right? So we want to show only the top 5 product, right? So we can go to this filter tab from here, and here we can see like there is a filter on this visual. Product name is all, but we don't want product name as all, right? So we can go and select here. So we can select filter type as like basic filtering, advanced filtering, and top n. So we will go for top n for now, and we want to show the top 5 product, right? And we will add by value. So value wise we will be going for the product column. So we'll add product here and we will apply this filter. So now you can see you only are showing the 5 products, those are trending in the market, right? Now again the same issue is there, right? We want to format uh, in the same manner as other charts. So we will select one chart from which we want to copy the style. We'll go to format painter and we will apply those settings here. So we can move this chart as well here, right? And now you can resize your charts however you are require, right? So you can now assume in this chart you want to change the color of this lines, right? So what you can do, you can go again on the visual. Here you can see there is general. In general you can see there are properties like effect, right? Or there is visual. So this is the white axis, this is the x-axis. So you can go to this bar module here, and here you can change the color. So well, we want to update the color of this bar, so we can just pick the color, whatever color we want. So I'm picking this color and I think the bar is looking fine, right? So or one more chart is ready. Now assume we have to create some kind of pie chart, right? So we can go and select a pie chart, and in the pie chart we will add maybe uh, sales by sales by payment mode, right? So you can select this payment mode here, and if you increase size of this chart, this chart is not making much sense to me right now, right? right? So it is very equally distributed uh, payment mode. So we don't need this legends, and we want to update the some more formatting things. So first we will apply the other formats, right? So we will go and select the format painter and apply this thing. And now here we will again go to format things, and we don't want legends to be shown. We can remove those things. In the slices part, like we have given some colors, and I think I am fine with the colors. Now we will go to detail labels, and in the details label we want to show the things to outside, but we want to change the label content. So our label content can be category and percentage of total. That looks better, right? But I need to change the size as well. And so you can see the value. We'll go here and we will increase the size, right? And we want to change the title as well. We'll go to general pro settings and title. So we'll write sales by payment mode, right? And we can we are able to create one more chart here. Now afterwards, like we want to create one more pie chart or donut chart. So let me just go and try to select the donut chart. So in the donut chart I want to show the uh, maybe the uh, profit by channel, right? So I will add the profit in the value, and I will add the channel in the, by channel it means the type of, like there are three type of channels, right? And I want to apply the same setting as my other pie chart, so I will select format painter over that chart and will apply. So you can see like now I don't have even have to remove the legends and other things, right? And I will just reduce its size, and you can see like we have one more chart completed now. Okay, so last chart we will create a map chart. So in map chart we will create the map visualization, and in the location part we will add all states, and we want to show the sales, right? So we will add sales amount in the bubble size. So we can see here, like let me just zoom it little bit, so we can see our whole map, but I just want to change the format of the map and some more things here. So first we will apply the common format painter, right? Afterwards we will change the map type, like I don't want it to be road type. We can just look what looks better. This is looking good, but I need a very lightweight. I think this looks fine for us, right? And we can set it here, and instead of this sum of sales, we can just change its title to sales by state. We can again go to general, we will go to title, Similarly here, profit by channel. Right, so you can see your chart, your dashboard is ready. Now what we can do, oh, we forget to format this text here, so we can apply the same thing. Go format painter, apply. So in title it is not applying, so let's just remove the background. So you can see the format properties have opened here. Go to effect and increase its transparency to 0, or maybe do some. Now we have all our major charts been created. Now we will again go to add slicer. So you can see slicer here. Click on it and you will be able to add slicer or filter. The first filter we want is based on the year. So we can go and add year here, right? And it has created a some kind of slider to select all different years, right? To what we have to define, we have to change its format. So I will go to this, go to slider setting. Currently it is selected to between style. Instead of that, I will go and select the tile style. So you can see like we have 3 tiles created here, right? I want them to be listed in single. So we can see okay, so let's try to change height for them and width for them. We're just playing around with the you can see yes, can increase and decrease the size, right? So here we will be adding our filter, and I want to apply the same setting. Right, but here we want to show the year title, right? So we can go here and try to select general. Here we can write year. So instead of at the top, can we try to place it at the starting? Even I think I don't need a title of this type. We can see the right. You can see your slider is ready. You can select anything, and your data will change accordingly. Right. Now we want to add one more slicer. So first of all, like I don't oh, want to copy the style, so I will just copy this, copy visual, right? I can also do Control C, Control V, and this in this visual, like I will try to give the state. Let's say if I have to, instead of a state, let's give a category. So in the category, we are given three categories, and instead of this uh, tile view, I will go in the slicer setting and I will give it a drop down. Right, and currently the drop down is not visible. So we have placed our other slicer. I just want to increase its size. Right. So we are just increasing its volume, and in the title we will add a category. Right, so we can go and select some category from the drop down. So you can see like we are able to update based on the category. Right, so now we are done with our charts. Our dashboard as sales, right, and we can share it, we can publish it, we can share it with anyone. So we can save our changes, right, and it will create a pbx file. So we sales dashboard, so it will be saved for us. So you can also create the similar dashboard. Now you can remove all of these, and you can see this is how your dashboard is looking. You can add different charts and add different relationship and different metrics to measure on. Thank you. I hope you have learned how to create dashboard easily using Power BI.